Alright, 2:35 in the morning, and my video is only 45% processed. This is, and all I hear in my head is people say, "Oh, you just do YouTube. That's not a job." Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Sure. Alright. I've been working for 4 hours so far tonight, but yeah, it's not a job. Um, it's not. I'm just exhausted. I really want to go to bed, and I can't. That feels like a job to me. So I order myself Christmas presents because that's what I do. Because I make sure that when Christmas rolls around, there's nothing anybody can buy me. And it's a complaint I've had from my mother. It's a complaint I've had from my wife. I used to get that from my ex as well. How can I buy you something when you keep buying yourself everything? That's what I do. I don't. And the funny thing is, I don't mope on Christmas. Excuse me. I don't mope on Christmas if I don't get anything. My dad used to. He used to actually count how many presents were under the tree and make sure he got the same amount as everybody else, or he got angry. It was weird. And so I don't care. I don't. So what I got myself was a couple of series, because Lord knows when I don't have any time, I might as well get more shows I don't have time to watch. Twilight Zone. This is the 80s series. And I really enjoyed it. The funny thing is, I got it. Part of the reason I got it is because there was an episode that I watched that I saw the first half of. It was a two-parter, and I never saw the second part, and it's been driving me nuts. This arrived today, and all of a sudden it hit me. Wait, was that The Outer Limits? Yeah, yeah. So, it's possible I ordered The Twilight Zone, which is a great series. I'll get through all 3 seasons of it and realize that was The Outer Limits, and then have to track that down and buy it as well. And I didn't mention this in my list of favorite series, and this is why, I try to tell people, like, my favorites of favorites doesn't mean there aren't other things I watch, and Twilight Zone was fun. Even some of the 60s episodes, while the special effects are bad, some of the storylines are really good. Some of them are really poorly acted. There are some, and I'm not sure if it's the earlier seasons or the later seasons, but every now and then I'll catch a Twilight Zone episode and I'm like, wow, this is just awful. This is terrible. And I don't know if it's a really early one or a really late one, but yeah, there's some in there that are just awful. I never saw them when I was a kid either, so I don't know if that means that they were ones they hid away, and now somebody's dug them out and I'll just throw them in there with the rest of them in rotation. But there's another series, too, that's got some bad episodes in it, and yet it's Red Dwarf. This is series 1 through 8. I understand that series 9, they go back to Earth, and it was well after series 8 was finished. I still love Chloe Annett. Chloe Annett plays Kochanski. I don't care that other people didn't like Kochanski when she became a regular. I agree that it's weird that Kochanski was played by a different actress early on in the series and then magically became Chloe Annett. But I love Chloe Annett. So there's that. And Crichton's reaction when she became part of the crew was hilarious. I've looked forward to watching this again without the PBS people in between every episode. You know how it would be 6 episodes and it'd be like, 3 hours of TV, but it would take 12 hours to get through it because they got to try to sell you their tote bag. Buy our PBS tote bag if you enjoy this show. And I'm like, I enjoy this show. Get back to it. I'm not buying your tote bag. Now I feel bad because I didn't buy their tote bag. But the DVD extras just got Lost and extended episodes. Lost episodes really intrigues me. Ouroboros is on this one as well, and that was during, I think, the best season that it had, which is, I want to say 6 was the best season. I know people love 5 and 6. Those are the series that people generally regard as being the best. I think 7 was great. Series 8, they bring back the whole crew, which was a mistake. Absolutely was a mistake. It was weird that nanites brought back the whole crew. I thought that was a really strange thing on a show that had a Vindaloo come to life and try to kill Lister. So when a show that has that, I go, I can understand that monster Vindaloo, but what's going on there? That's weird. For people who've watched the other series, so I'm talking 10, 11, and 12, not Back to Earth. So the series where it's back on Red Dwarf, 10, 11, and 12, are they worth getting? Or is it just sort of that they're older and they're trying to bank on people remembering Red Dwarf, and does it not really add anything to the lore? Because to me, Series 8 ended kind of perfect. That's kind of how you just finish it off, and it's done there. In my mind, it's done. But I look forward to watching it all over again. And this is one that I can watch with the kids. And that was important too with getting Twilight Zone. I'm tired of having shows I can't watch with the kids. I even tried watching League of Legends yesterday. I'm like, League of Legends. It's it's a regular everyday show. No, for a show with a unicorn on it, it was pretty gory. It was funny. I thought it was funny, but there were parts of it that were a little bit intense, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, watch this one with the kids. All right, fine. And not all the kids. I'm thinking more along the lines of the fact there's a 5-year-old in this house. And I'm like, some of this may... The fact that it's a unicorn and it's goring people... I don't want her to cry when she sees a unicorn, because that's not something a little girl should be doing. And then that could extend to My Little Pony, and who knows, right? Anyways, or she might think that unicorns are badass, and she might wish one would hurt somebody that she's really angry with. There's that, too. But, yeah, so it's nice to have a show that I can watch with the kids. And smoke me a kipper. I'll be back before breakfast. I look forward to spending time with Ace Rimmer. And, yeah, Series 10, 11, and 12. Let me know. The reviews are pretty solid online, but I'd be interested to know from people who've watched it. And, again, if you haven't watched Red Dwarf, I can't recommend it enough. It's a very fun show. If I seem to keep looking in different directions, because I moved the camera before my preview tonight, or my preview for tomorrow's hockey games, this morning's hockey games, and so I'm looking where the camera used to be, and the camera's right there now because I've got the light moved behind the computer. So I'm trying to find a way to make this work when I've got kind of a crappy setup, because I have to have a crappy setup because I have no room until March. Probably at the earliest, and I want a setup that I'm comfortable with and won't all fall apart. I've had setups for this set that I'm on that have looked pretty good on camera, and then as soon as I try to get out of this corner, everything just falls over. So I have to make sure that it's a setup that's going to work, it's functional, it's not taking up too much space, and yet when I record videos, I look at the camera and go, yeah, it looks about right. And I think the lighting's pretty good here, because I had the light set here where it sat really nicely, but then I'm lit from underneath, and I look like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. So that's probably not going to help me a lot, unless that's the kind of channel I want to have, which I really don't. But, next time I'm doing some kind of an ominous video, maybe I'll think about it. Yeah, the only trick with me when I start watching back series is make sure that I don't go out of order. I do tend to kind of go out of order when I get the chance. Oh, the Smeg Ups. I can't wait to watch the bloopers, too. The bloopers are going to be absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think part of the reason people didn't like Kochanski is because Rimmer was gone that season. The fact that Rimmer was gone, I think, really upset people, and so they took it out on her. Because there was nothing wrong with Kochanski as a character. I thought she was fine. But Rimmer was gone, so I think that has to be what bothered people. Or people just didn't like Kochanski, and I'm just blinded. Alright, there we go. Now I've got them out of order. Fantastic. Wunderbar. Awesome. My video is almost done processing. Now I can turn this off, upload these in the morning, and throw them on my channel. And people will be like, what did Shannon do? It's late at night. I might as well do this while I'm waiting for a video to finish processing and do the ad insertions and all that stuff. That's all that fun stuff that nobody cares about except me. All right. So yeah, episodes or series 10, 11, and 12, are they worth it? There you go. And Twilight Zone. Should I get the 60s one? Let me know that one too. And any other series you think I should get. We do have Torchwood that we haven't watched yet, that we have the whole series of. Someday I think I should have time to watch these. Maybe. In theory. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.